Mute. Hello. How's that? Okay, so another stream today. I want to put this because we are now at 50 wins, 7 break even, and 13 losses. And the reason being is because I would trade on Friday, but I left it with yous. Played out lovely. So, just for transparency purposes, on Friday when I left yous, our 4-hour got activated. I wanted to just quickly go through this trade and then obviously we'll crack on for this week. We got activated, we pushed all the way up, hit our take partial move to break even, then news came out and sort of plummeted. Or actually news came out, came up and then come down. So I took $214, that's it there. On there, the two earlier, they were the gold trades, what we took losses on. Okay, so I've put the 2 gold trades on. There's the 2 minus gold trades there, and then there's the NAS one, which played out nicely. So just to keep everything transparent for everyone, like I say, I want a full year worth of data. If you want the stream link, by all means, ask me. Happy to send you any stream link of any trade, and you can actually watch the trade playing out. So what does that mean then so far on stream? Well, we're still up $738 for this month, which is over 1% on a 50. This is based off a 50k account, so we're doing pretty good. These cups are fantastic. I should start doing a TikTok shop and sell these while I'm trading. They keep it red hot, I'm telling you now. So yeah, we're back on it today, Monday morning. Last week was a weird week. It was just first week of the year, and it was just weird. There was definitely sharks in the water, but also there wasn't much volume as such. So happy with that. We go again today. Let's see how we get on. So we're going to clear all of our charts. I've already done that. Let me just have a quick look at XRP. What are you doing? We had a lovely jump and then still had a weekly close. Weekly bearish close. Okay. So I'll have a quick. Normally, what I do is I'll look at the dailies. Oh, look at gold. Got a gap there though. I'll look at the dailies and then I'll decide which one to do a top down on first. So NAS looks pretty nice. Yes, we closed bullish, but still respecting the support level. And we've had a huge bottom wick. Gold's had a big pump up, but it's left a gap. Okay, we'll have a quick look at gold. The thing with all-time highs, right? It's really difficult to trade it because we use previous data. Okay, so we might have to look at Euro USD as well. So we'll do a top down on that. Look at the daily there, that's a big pump. Did have a zone on Euro USD. Can't remember where it's at. Lovely weekly close. I can really see this. Just quickly mark this up. So that looks nice for a win back sell. Right, let's do a top down on gold. Yeah. So monthly, very bullish, right? We've had no bearish candles at all, so we've got no structure either at all. We're just very bullish, and we've now broke the highs again. So then when you come down to the weekly, okay, I want to make sure my mic's loud enough because on some of the videos it's not very loud. So then on the weekly we had another bullish closure, okay, but we didn't break above. So what does that mean if we didn't break above? Well, it doesn't really mean much. We're still bullish on that daily, so it means price can do anything. We can carry on to the upside, if we want to. We can also have a bottom wick. What I have noticed though is we've got a gap what probably needs filling. So if that gap's going to need filling, when is it going to get filled before pushing up or down? I can't really see price driving as such without coming to fill that gap. So whether this candle fills it or we get a weekly close like this, and then the next weekly then comes down and takes the gap, and then you could flip and whatever. But I would think that that gap needs to be filled before driving anywhere. Now, the interesting thing about it, the weekly's opened up and pushed up and broke the high now. So if we can identify price sort of closing in lower ranges, could we potentially take a sell? And what we'd be going off there is we'd be going off that this weekly is going to flip to fill the gap and also give a steep bottom wick. We could potentially look at that, so we'll keep an eye on that. But at the moment, the weekly hasn't broke out as such. But I want to try and show you an example, which doesn't really mean much. I'll try and find one in a bit because I want to get this top down though. So basically that's the weekly. The weekly can still do anything, right? We have got a gap to the downside. And then the daily is closed bullish. Then we've created that gap and prices opened up and just shot up to the moon. Right, now I need to check something because on my live account, one of my live accounts, I know gold. So if that daily's going to give us a steep bottom wick, okay. So this daily could flip to the downside at any point, right? And if it's going to flip, could we catch the move down? Potentially. The daily range, what we've got is this, between this and probably this area now, because we've got a minor support there. So that's probably our daily range. We haven't filled the range as such though, so there's nothing stopping this daily just closing respecting this level. Okay, now in order to take buys up, I can't take buys up until I get a daily close out like this, and then the new daily comes down and takes that bottom wick and that gap, and then I'd be interested in buys only. That's it. It's the only time I'd be interested in buys. So the daily doesn't actually help us at the moment because this daily can do anything. Okay, so we've got to come down the time frames. So we come down the time frames. What we see now, well, the forwards broke out. That's probably a forward range. That probably that level, I would say. So we've got a breakout. We haven't a retest of the zone. Normally what you would get is a break, retest, and then obviously a continuation. What we need is we need some structure formed. So what I mean by structure, on the 3 it's starting to create structure. So if we look 3 level, range there, you've got a minor support here now. It's just a minor until it taps it twice. You've also got a minor support there. So what you could do now is if price breaks out to the upside and you get a bottom wick, you can look at buys. Or if price breaks out to the downside, you get a top wick, you can look at sells. But at the moment, we haven't done either, and that's a 3-hour time frame. And I don't really like the 3-hour time frame, believe it or not. The 2's not telling us anything. The 1 hour is probably the best time frame, what's giving us something. That's the 1 range. That's probably the ranges we're in at the moment on the 1. So if we could get maybe a previous one closed respecting this level. Okay, now if this one could close bearish, if this one closes like this, and then I get a break at the highs one more time, I'll then have a sell stop underneath the one to come down. But I've got to have a break at the highs before coming down. Okay, I've got to have another break at the highs before coming down. That's probably the only thing I've got going on. I'm not interested in the buys up yet, right? But if we get a bearish one, that could be the start, and I get a top wick, break the high, and then a flip. That could start initiating the push back down to retest these lows and create this and refill this gap area. There's loads of reasons to come down, because what you'd be looking at really is you'd sort of want to close below this level and then a top wick and then to come through. That's the next range. So we'll just keep it simple. We've created some structure now. We got to break out to the upside. I'd need a really steep bottom wick. I'm not really interested in the buys, but I'd need a really steep bottom wick to take buys. Or bearish close, still two candles respecting this zone, and then I get a break of the highs, and then a flip. I get the sell stops on to come down, or price just comes down now. I look at a 1 hour close below these levels. That's probably all you've got to play with on gold, because it is all-time highs. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at NAS 100 or US 100 or US Tech, whatever you want to call it. So monthly, we did create some structure on the monthly. Well, actually we haven't closed bullish yet, so we technically haven't got the structure yet, but it looks like we're going to get it. There's still 19 days for this monthly candle, so it doesn't really give us too much at the moment, the monthly. However, the weekly, look at the weekly, we're still respecting this level. Still respecting this level. Okay. Now, to come back up again, I'd be very surprised if this weekly doesn't flip to the upside to break out. I would be very surprised, because we've closed bullish, but we didn't break this high. Why did we close bullish here? It's probably only one reason. We probably need to grab the liquidity from above here, at least, even if you want to drive down. So if that's the case on the weekly, then the weekly's opened up perfect. It's came down, created a bottom wick, and all we're expecting now is a flip. Technically, I'd be comfortable getting a buy stop above the weekly. Your advantage point is this. That would be your take partial move to break even. And then your target could be, because we're all-time highs, definitely be taking sort of more profit. You break this high and take 90% out and let the rest rock and see where it goes. You could do that. That's fairly straightforward. Or what we could do is, if we're expecting this weekly to flip, could we look at some wing-back buy areas where these pullbacks are, as price is pulling back? It's definitely something we can look at. I believe it's in one now, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm expecting this weekly to flip. The zone on the weekly is that. This is just the advantage point. The zone on the weekly to the downside is this level now. It's that level. Let's have a look at the daily. So, daily closed bullish. Didn't break a high. Let me just check my MT4, see if it did on here. Sometimes it can. Did you break the high? No, it didn't. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we didn't break the high on the daily. So, if the daily closes bearish like this today, then I'd be interested in sells to come down. That'll tell you that the weekly probably needs a steeper bottom wick before flipping to the upside. So if that's the case, sorry, we can't do that unless the daily closes, but at the moment this daily can flip to the upside at any point. Or are we going to get this drop? Look at this huge drop from these levels all the way back down with one daily candle potentially broke. I think that's what we're probably going to get, aren't we? flip. The forward closed bearish. Just didn't break the high. You still got liquidity, but you didn't really break the high. Where's the 4-hour zone? So the 4-hour zone for me is so that's our 4-hour zone. About there. Yeah. That's our 4-hour zone. So if we get a forward close below that, we can continue with sells. If you get a bullish close, you get a bottom wick and then a flip, we could then look at potential buys. Do that. To be honest, I think this is probably going to drive down with the weekly. It's a case. 3 needs to close the 2. 1. Would we use the 1? That's the 1 range there. So what happens if we get a 1-hour close below here? Where does price push to? Close. It's the only time we've come from these heights, really. And this is all we've got to go off, really. We've got to look at and go, okay, when have we come from these heights? The only time is this one, little one, here. That was just the pullback. And then this one. This is all we've got to go off, this here. So if we say this is all we've got to go off, we mark this up and work out what price looks like on a lower time frame, we can work out what's happened in and around here and we can copy it. That's all trading is. That is literally, I've just given you the secret to trading profitable. What happens to price? So there's the move there. So you had a bullish close. We did get a rejection back to this level. We haven't broke the high. Could we potentially have a wing back sell here? If we look at price comes down around these levels. You get some sort of pullback after tapping this level. So what we'll do is we will mark that up as well. This is an area we can tap, reject, and then fly. So if that's the case, we've already tapped that area. We didn't come back up. We could see another rejection from here. Didn't get much of a top wick here. Could we see another rejection? If we are going to see a rejection, could we take a buy? The only thing I don't like is you're only going off this one area. We've already tapped it, so that does put me off a bit. It does put me off a bit. What I would probably prefer to do is, if we tap reject and we get closures back above 25551 on the lower time frame, we could buy up to at least 25608. That's probably what I would prefer to do. Have a look at the lower time frames. We did close out 2 hour. 2 hours going to close in 40. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm going to take this. You know, guys, I'm going to take this. It's going to be tight stops. It's a 30, like. Hell of a 30 candle. What would this be? Getting in. Guys, I'm going to be getting in on this. I need to work out my lot, so I can't. I'm not in yet. Not in yet. Oh, I'm not in. I'm not in, right? 5's closing. Oh, look at these. Oh, these are the only thing I don't like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a buy stop here on the 5. in case we come back up. Stop. So I'm going to have a buy stop here. Stop. Two, five, eight. It could easily drive down, to be fair, because the daily. We don't know if we've already done that pullback. So, 3. Yeah, I've actually got a buy stop here. Yes, we're going to, and once we potentially go risk free around here, free, which have been activated. Okay, been activated. Risk on a mine. Got $70 risk on this. We go on to one. I think I put the lot size in. $85 risk I've got on it. My stops are that. Yeah. That is my stops. I am in for a buy. What I'm expecting is, if we're right, we should pull back to this before. And then I'm looking at a wing back sell from here, believe it or not. Sells. Yes, I've been activated. This would be my full TP. So what I'm looking at is, if we look left, we activate this level, and then we pull back to this level, and then we drop, then we fly down. Now we haven't had this pullback yet. Okay, we're looking similar. On the one, you had a little doji style candle, I believe. Did we get one on here? No, we didn't. It was the 30, wasn't it? What's that? Doji? Oh, there's the 3. Yes, it doesn't actually quite marry up on that. So yeah, that's all it is really. Before driving down, we tend to tap 25607 when I'm gonna have a wing back sell. Now stops can be tight on this because I'm expecting price to tap and then drive down. That's it really. So with this one, I mean, this is currently a 3.5 to 1. If we're right, that is. We haven't came up yet to give that no top wick. The 5's got no top wick. We're waiting on the new 30 to close. Where would this 30 go? Let's have a look at this 30. So the 30 pulls back. 30 pulls back and respects this level. So we'll put this purple a bit thicker. Let's see if the 30 can close respecting this level. That's what we're after really, which is that zone. This might have been the pullback, guys. This. So the 30s came down, respected this level, right? So is that? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's probably that, isn't it? And then the pullback. We've only had the pullback to about there. We haven't tapped this. So could this now be the move down? And is that what we're on? So have we got in too prematurely? Potentially. Potentially this could be too. We might have missed it. I think I would prefer to what happens when the 30 comes out. It comes back down. Closes respecting this level. So the 30 should still respect this level, but the next 30 can easily drive down. So if this 30 does respect this level, we'll go risk free. That's the 30 close now. 4 minutes for the 30 close. If the 30 close below this, we'll just get out. We'll just look to manage risk. We probably got in on this a bit too prematurely. Actually, wait there. What could we do? We do with the don't say that. Guys, I think I'm out of this. I'm out. I'm not liking that now. I think I've messed it up. I think the Monday morning. Put it down to Monday morning. $30. I mean, you're back at break even here. So get out at break even at the moment. You should come up and maybe take the no bottom wick, but here's the thing on the 5s, you don't tend to do that. Or the 30 should. The 30. Yes, I'd get out at break even on this, guys. Even if you do come back up, we'll wait for a 15 close back into this range. Because even if the 30 closes are back above here, you can still drive down with the next 30. So it's a bit of a tricky one. So what would I want to see? Look, 30 close respected. 15 closes back into the range and then you drop. But look at that top wick there. Do we need that top wick? We probably do. Oh no, guys, I'm gonna re-enter on this. Tell you what we can do is 15. Do we need the top wick? The 5's got no top wick. Yeah, guys, I'm back in on this. Back in on this. I'm only low risk anyway. I'm only $85. Yes, I'm back in on this, guys. I do apologise. Monday morning, all over the place. See if we can get up to that zone. And the reason why I'm back in, I want to explain to you is why I'm back in. Where's my thing gone now? Yeah. So the reason I'm back in is if you look at the 15, so let's say we are on this bit here and we've already done this top wick, we've done this, right? Even before driving down, look at that 15 there, look at the top wick of that 15, comes back to there. So that would tell me that even if we drive down, we should still get this steep top wick before driving down. And then we've got a 5 with no top wick, so we've got an advantage point. So we should really come up before driving down. Okay, we should. If not, then it's just Forex. Price is just coming straight through. But currently, the 30 is about to close. Let's see if the next 30 can come back up. I'll go risk free once the 5 top wick's gone. So once there's no top wick on the 5, I'll go risk free on that. But yeah, I'm only $85 risk on this, guys. It's not much. On a 50k account, so you need to go, okay, 50k account, let's say $100 risk. What is that? Well, that's like, what is that? 0.05%? Is that right? Something like that. Something like that. It's very, very low risk. So it's the new 30 candle. If we are going to pull back up, the 30 is going to be the one more flips. It's opened up nicely. You have hit this range though, this 30 range, where the 30s, you do tend to pull back really. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm have another entry above the 30. When this 30 flips. Don't stop it out. Oh, you fucking shit. Right, I'm out, guys. What a mess this was this morning. Right. What is that? What did I take there? I think it's about $100, $122 because of the first trade. No, it wasn't. That was because of yesterday. $22. Let's get that on the trade IDs. Sorry on the logbook. Sorry guys. Bit of a mess at the moment. Let's see if we can come back up. 27 pips. I bet it pops back up down, watch. This 30. Still got a buy stop above the 30 if the 30 flips. So I've still got a buy stop above the 30, guys, right? I'm just going to put this one on, this loss on the logbook. Our stops now are going to be below this low. Just quickly get this on. What's this? 12, 1st, 26. 0830, wasn't it? Put 120. To stop 35 pips. Stopped. So the issue we've got, right? This is the issue. Is I've still got a buy stop. If this 30 flips now, I'm expecting price to come back above 25530. Okay, but the issue we've got is it's all of probability. Now the only time where prices came from these levels is here. This one, well, these two here, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. These areas, and then this one. Okay, this one drove straight through. This one came up, tapped, rejected, and then came back up, and I think that's what that is. Came back down, tapped, rejected, and then came back up. And then are we going to get this drop? This is the thing. That's why I'm after the drop. But how can I take the drop? Well, before the drop, you tend to pull back to that wing back area, which I've identified. So if we go down the lower time frame, you tend to pull back, but it's only happened once. This is probability wise, it's only happened once. You pull back to this before the big drop. Okay, so what I was expecting was off that 30 is a tap and then a flip back to the upside. We didn't get it. I know these are 4 hours at the moment. So if the 4's close like this, could we see this 4 flip back up to the upside and end up, you think if this 4 ends up like this now, like that, if that 4 ends up like that, it's going to look similar to this. Okay, and then we get the new 4 is the one what sort of drives through this range like that. So that's what I'd be after really. I'm looking at a wing back sell from around 25605 because I'm looking to copy this. That's it. So that's the reason why I'm looking at the buys, because I'm looking at a pullback. Okay. What's happened with price now? So the 3 still got 2.5 hours left. The 2 has got 25 minutes left. What does the 2 look like? So the 2 ends up bullish. So if this 2 stays bearish, then yes, we'll delete. So if this 2 stays bearish, we will delete. But if the 2 flips, can we get the 2 to push up to 25606? My stops for this would probably be maybe like that. Yeah. See how we get on. Still pushing. Still pushing. The one hasn't closed yet. Have a look at the ones actually. So the one, yeah, so we should be getting a one close. And again, this first one breaks out. Interesting. I mean, if you close like this on the one, if this 30 doesn't flip, guys, like, I'm just going to be deleting this. What I'm after is this 30 to flip, fake out. That's what I'm after. And then we come back up. So yeah, we just don't know if this is that pullback area. That's the pullback, and now we're just going to carry on driving. Could be. Could be. But the only issue we've got is probability-wise, it's only happened once, where we've came from them levels. So this is the only thing we've got to go off. Now we could go off and go, okay, let's mark these ranges up, but you've got to look at where prices come from it. Can this 30 flip? If this 30 flips, we could be really in the money. In the money! Love taking a loss first in the morning. Did I change the loss on here? So 15 losses, 7 break-evens and 50 wins. Too bad. I mean, look at that there. So we know price can actually come and tap this level and still reject. We look where price is there, and it's bang on where it's at. So let's see if price can pull back. And really take a sell, a buy from there. You could potentially take a win back buy, but if you close below, you would not. You'd have to have your stops underneath here. So I think I just prefer to wait the 6 minutes left to the 15. This 15 needs to pull back really. We're going to do a top down on EU as well soon. See what this next 15 does. It's got no top weight. Maybe we'll just go off the 30. I'm just worried because the next 15 could easily do that. Tap, yeah, and then flip. So if this 15 doesn't flip, that's what could happen. That's what could happen. Like that. Tap, back down. God, we're driving, aren't we? We are driving. So if the one closes like this, what does that mean? Well, you'd need a close below basically this level where our stops are. But even that doesn't mean you're going to drive. If you get 1 hour close below this red line now, 1 hour close straight back up, you've got like 1 hour close below, and then you mess about, but then you do drive. So we got straight through, 1 hour close below, straight back up. It's in an area of decision making. What's going to happen? Look at price go. It's going to be tricky that now. Tricky. Why did you do this? Why did you pull back to this? That's all I want to know. You haven't had that bullish close. 2 hour, 4. This was our wing back buy area from the other day, wasn't it? Yeah. Just don't know whether we're going to pop past that now. So if you look on the 4, right, if we look at all the times where prices came from this level, right, what happens here? So if we look at these 2, this 1, price came to there. After this one, price came to that, and that's what we've done. So we disregard this one and this one. We're more looking like this one. And then we come back up to this, and then we come straight through. So is that what we're going to get? Come straight through? And if so, how do we get in? Let's have a look at the other side though. This one came down to here, rejected back to this, and then dropped again and done it again. I'm not sure we can drop here unless we come back to this. And if that's the case, we're going to probably reject. I think if we come back to this, I might if this 4-hour candle can tap this level, I might take another buy. And that's where I can see us tapping before coming back up. This one came to here, then came up twice. So we're looking at this and this, and then the drive. Before this big drive down, even look at this one, right? Before this big drive down, before this drive down here, this drive down here, and this drive down here, look what price done. Pulls back to this, pulls back to this. Look at this one, close below. This pulled back all the way to there, but still pull back to at least this. I'm not sure we can drive down here, guys. I'm not sure we can drive down. What I can see potentially happening is price coming down to tap this, and then coming back up to tap this, and then drive down. Now the only way I would take the sells is if we get a forward close below our stop loss area. Yeah. Might have a wing back buy on again. Might have a wing back, and to be honest, you could easily go from here. Got 15 minutes left of this 30. We could flip from this level back up, and if we do, obviously we're in with the 30 anyway. This would be like the 30 giving us a fake out back in. But if we can sort of get a pop down and keep creating no top wick, no top wick, no top wick, I'll take another wing back buy up. This is what we done on Friday. 15's not closed as of yet. The only thing what could catch us out here is this 15. But we would be saying that well, the 30 needs a top wick. So this 15 could easily, new 15 could come up, tap us, come back down, stop us. Look at the 15s. So what I want to do, I want to mark up that other area. Mark up this. So this is it's this one. This 4 would have to tap it. If the 4 closed below with stop loss, then I'd be looking at sells after a top wick. So can this 4 close below? debate is now, is this 30 going to flip? Or do we delete and wait for the 15 to close bullish? That is the debate. The debate. I think if anything, I'd rather get a 15 on now. 5. Same lot. This is an area to reject from. I think I might get any of you guys. Now stop underneath the 5. See if this 5 can give us a steeper bottom wick. So it'll be the same lot size as this buy stop, and we'll just take it from there. This being now, I got in now. 30 if I got. Guys, I'm in on this here. Let's see if we pull back here. Same lot size, so it's only $60 risk. Long. Let's see if we can get back up from here. It's an area where we can reject from. The 15 is about to close. Or did close. Is this 15 going to fake out back up? Let's see. Very low risk, guys. $60 on a 50k account. It's what we call a swoop entry. Five's giving you a bottom wick. So basically, I've used the same lot size here. What I would use here. So now there's our, this would become our advantage point. We would delete this buy stop now. Okay. Delete this. And then this would be our risk free area. Look at this now. Things we do, we do. Are we going to reject? That's it. It's just the 15th. The 15th is going to come back up. The 30 hasn't closed yet, but the 30's got no top wick. So is this 30 going to close, and then the next 30 give us the top wick, and that's the one that comes back up. But if we're going to get a fake out here, I would imagine this 30 is the one what flips, and in order for this 30 to flip, this 15 then has to look like this. That 15 would have to look like that. If we break the lows again, we're just wrong and we're not interested. That's why my stops are below that. Okay. So if we break that, I'm not interested. We'll have to wait for probably the 4 hour. If this loses, we'll probably wait for the 4 hour. But I'm expecting this 15 to potentially look like that if the 30 is going to fake out. Okay. So it could be a real nice, and that's where I'll take partial if we correct them on though. We will take partial here. So yeah. Come on! If we don't, then that tells us that if the 4 closes below this level, that tells us that this was the pullback and we're being duped. That's it. That's what it tells us. Yeah. So it means we're probably just going to carry on. We might get a pullback as such, but how far, we'd have to work it out. Five's coming down. Do we need might need to break the lows again. Normally, if you get a 15 fake out, the next 15 opens and just drives up. Looks like the 5's coming down here. Probably going to have to break this low again. No idea. Not a good start to a Monday. Last week was similar. So the first trade last week, the first day trading, so first trade of the year, took a loss straight away. Took a loss. And then obviously we brought it all back throughout the week, and we finished off the week beautifully. We took 2 losses on Friday, but still, then we took another win on Friday, which covered the loss. So, and then Monday, obviously back into it, took a loss. I don't think we're sort of. It's more about the range itself. It's because it's done the just push further down now. Okay, so we're in. Can we push up? We'll go risk free around this level, but once we tap this, that's when I'll take partial. Okay. On this, I am $65 risk on it, same lot as if I would have been in on this. But what price could do, price could easily tap this and then reject. Okay, that's what you've got to understand, because this could just be the 15 coming up, tap, and then flip to the downside. That's what it could be. Okay, if we're going to get the fake out on the 30, remember this is all off the 30. If we're going to get a fake out on the 30, I would imagine that this 30 is the one what flips and fakes out. But there's only 7 minutes left of it. So that tells me that this 15-minute candle has to drive up. This 15 has to do that. And if it doesn't drive, then it's probably not what we're looking at. We've probably got it wrong. Yeah, so we're up $10 at the moment. Go on, get up there. Get up there. Get up there, Big Shack. On the 30, so we've got 6 minutes left of the 30. The downside to it, the 30 actually hasn't closed at a range. We're sort of a bit skew-whiff with the 30, so we had a closure here. That's what we're after that there, but obviously the 30 closing back above. But it's not the best of ranges. You sort of want the 30 to close like at a level, and then you know you're going to reject from it. You've got another 30 range here where you come down. So yeah, actually you could actually get a bullish. As long as we get a bullish close, we should be good. What these ranges here? Let's have a look at these. Okay, we're up $34. Yeah, that's like the 30 range. Oh, this is what we don't want. We don't want this bullish and then just carry on. Do we need to pull back to this? My win back might even be here now. Come on, the 15, get up there. If the 15 can close back above here and gives us a bottom wick first, we've got an advantage point. We might even get another position on. Okay. But I would imagine if this 30 is going to fake out, this 30 is going to flip and we're going to tap this level. The reason I haven't kept my buy stop on here is because the 15 can easily activate it and then flip back to the downside still, because we haven't closed bullish on the 15 yet, and the 5's opened up with no bottom wick, so this 5 can easily flip to the downside. Okay, what you sort of want is you want the 5 to, even if the 5 stays bullish, you'll want the next 5 to come down, create a bottom wick for it and then flip, which bit of a tricky one, because if we move risk-free once we tap this could, we sort of need this bottom wick first before tapping our go risk-free zone. On the 15. bearish 15 close. Okay, while we wait for that, let's do a top down on EU. Okay, first let's check if there's any news. No, we've got no news today at all, not even in the US. That's good. Let's have a look. EU. So weekly, we know hasn't broke out yet, but we know it could flip because you've come back up again. So you probably need to break some highs. But then again, this breaking this high, is that enough to now come down? I'm not too sure. The weekly can still do anything. Sorry, that's the monthly, my bad, monthly. Then the weekly closed bearish, heavily bearish, broke the lows. Now if we look at where all the weeklies come back down, where do they come down to? Well, they all tend to tap at least this level. So look at this weekly come back down. Even this one came down to tap this level. These ones. So we haven't done that yet. There's nothing else to bounce off. Even this one where you rejected here, you came back up. There's still nothing else to bounce off. So you technically could just get a sell stop underneath the weekly now. And when the weekly flips, you could flip and come and tap this level. Now, if we look and go, okay, well, where could the pullback come back to before tapping? Well, the only really one we can go off is maybe this one here, this weekly close. Let's say this is this, and maybe this one. Okay, what happens to price after? Well, this one, I mean, this one pulled back to there, I suppose, but these ones pull back to these levels. Wick at the top there. This one pulled back to this level. So could we look at a potential wing back sell from here, or at the top of the range again on the weekly? We could. I think I would probably, that means you would need stops above that, which is not ideal. It stops above there. That's pretty big. If we're going off this wing back area, sorry, this one, you could either have stops nice and tight, and you say, okay, well, we shouldn't be breaking. If this is the one we're on about, we shouldn't be breaking that high. Okay, but there's twice it's happened where you can come to this one. So you've got to decide, do I have my stops there, or do I have my stops there with a potential second entry? So that's what you could look at. Let's mark this other zone up then. We'll obviously we need to look at more data. We are bearish on the weekly, and we haven't hit a resistance level yet. So if we look at that weekly zone, we look at this weekly zone, dailies, this daily could easily flip to the downside. Daily bearish, then you pull back to this. Yeah, I think I might have a sell stop, a sell limit at 17181. And them levels, if you look at, so that's the pullback there, but you do mess about before driving up. That's the thing, we're not quite down here, so it doesn't look the best. We might be on this one though, where the daily, the first daily comes up and taps. So that means off the daily then. I think I would have stops closer. I wouldn't do this, because this takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to get up to there, and we're trying to go off the first bullish daily candle. The first bullish daily candle, the only time where it does it with one daily is this one. So I think I'd be willing to do that. maybe do stops like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wing back sell on off the daily. Back sells. Let's have a look at, so that's the weekly. I mean, I've only looked at this area, but let's go back. Weekly closed. So weekly closed below, came back out, right? Now we're a lot lower than that. We tap this level, we pull back to 1.16908. These ones all fake out back to the upside. You come down, tap, come down, tap. Yeah, I like that wing back area. Do indeed. Just stops, I'm just working out really. Where can the stops be? Damn, stops there like that. Stops are gonna have to go. Well, it's a thing. I mean, if stops are there, yeah, I think stops are going to have to be there. Might have to be. The second entry, like that. The take pass move to break even would be this zone. To break even, so I believe that would be a 1-to-1. So just shy 104. Okay, so it'll be just over a 1-to-1. Yeah, but this daily has to be the one what taps it. So with this daily, it means you'd have to keep it on, because this daily comes up, taps it, stays bullish, and then the next daily comes down. So that means your go risk free would have to be lower. Your go risk free would have to be like that, I would think. Yeah, that would be my go risk free. Yeah, that's what I've got. Potential second entry. So I'll probably risk. What I risk on this? This might take a couple of days though to work out. I think Naz is flying. Okay, so we got the 15 closed bullish. The 30 closed. Where did the 30 close? Oh. If this 30 flips now, the hour closed bearish. Let's see what happens when the hours close like this. All can come back up. That's the hour range. Is it like that? Is it like that? We need to work out this hour range. Close below. Close below. Okay, back up. Hour close, fake out. Hour close, back up. Tend to pull back. Just worried that these hours can't actually. Don't like where that hour's closed. Like if it's like that, then we're good. Close below this level. close respecting this level. These levels are all over though. Right, put back up to that level. So we mark that up. That would be our potential take. Okay. Yeah, okay, we should get up to take partial here. What's the level I've got for take partial? But it's all on this 30. So the 30 had no top. So this 30 can easily flip. So I'm going to go risk free now, right? I'm going risk free. We're up $95. Yeah, I'm now risk free. Once we tap this level, I'm going to take a partial. And 15's got no bottom wick, so the 15 can flip to the downside at any point, really. Okay. So if you want to take partial, I'll do it. But I can probably see us coming back here. What I ideally want is the 30 to close back above here. If the 30 closes back above there, I'll be taking more entries probably, right? But I've definitely got my wing back area around these levels. So yeah, let's see. The 30 can come up. What we're on now, 108, okay. So I'm going to take a partial now. Execute. I'll take 75% out. Okay, so I took about $70, I think it was. And we're risk free. So nice win. We took 75% out around 37 pips. Okay, let's see if we can push and drive. We'll let the rest rock back up to our area of 25597. Okay. Now here's the thing, right? You might say, okay, I don't want to take a partial because I need to cover the loss what I've just took. You can't be like that, right? If you do the same thing every day, where you're looking at price and you're going, okay, I'll take a partial now. Over time, you'll be profitable. Don't look at it daily, right? Don't look and think, okay, I need to be profitable today. It's all about at least weekly. But I go off monthly. I'm a profitable monthly. If you look at my stats on stream, so there's the take partial area. But if you look at my stats on stream, currently on stream, I'm profitable. To be honest, I am off stream as well, but I'm profitable every month. Yes, November was only $288. Bear in mind, this is one account, 150k account, right? But I'm profitable every month. But I take losses. I mean, look at Friday. I took 2 losses on Friday. You have to take losses in Forex. That's the way I look at it. And if you have to take losses, you'd rather than be control losses, wouldn't you? Where you decide when you get out and close and things like that. So I'll take some partial now, definitely, if you haven't done, since it's a new 5-minute candle. It's the last 5 minutes of 15. But it's just a case of can we get a close back above. But I am interested in these wing back sells. So yeah, so we've got another win. 51 wins we're on. And sometimes it might take 2 attempts to get in on a trade. So this setup, yes, we've been stopped out on this. But look, I've re-entered. I haven't thought, shit, I've took a loss on it. I can't take another trade now. We know we're probably going to get a pullback here. We knew, but our stops were just a bit too tight. That's it. So that doesn't affect our next trade. Well, we know we're right. So let's re-enter. And people are scared to do that. And you can't be. You've got to be fearless in the market. So yeah, look at us in the trade now. I mean, yes, we haven't covered the loss yet. Right, I haven't covered the loss yet, but only because we used the same lot size to enter here. We did on the first trade, that was it. Okay, so let's see how we go. Now, if I come and hit full TP, yeah, we've got some nice profit for the day. Nice profit for the day. So, yeah, the next 15. So one of 15 goes back above, possible. But ideally it's at 30. So I'm just going to leave that on. I'm going to go make another brew. I'll be back. 2. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Geezers. Okay. Oh, freezing. Absolutely freezing. Okay. We're going to go back to EU shortly. Keep doing it top down. Yeah, so we're still in on this, guys. 15's closed bullish. It's all about the 30 ideally closing back above this level. Is it that level? Those are awful. Awful. This one might need to come a bit lower. That's what I'm looking at that there. So we'll have to be our risk rate. Might be a tad low this. Like that. That wing back's got to be that area. Up, tap, pull back. Is the rain now. Absolutely bolty. Up, tap, pull back. Tap, pull back. Are you going to come back up? It's the question. Are you going to come back up to this here? So you've got this little area where you tend to tap as well. That's going to be my wing back area, that there. I just don't know whether this was that pullback. And if it was, then do we need to pop past it? That's my only concern. The hour can still flip at any point to the downside, right? Because this hour zone, is it a zone as such? If you close bullish on this hour, could you potentially then get a bottom wick and then a push up? Take that. It's strange because it's in a... Like, I was hoping the 4 would actually pop down to this, which would go against our trade. But if you pop down and then activate, then came back up, and then the 4 closes respected 25509, and then the next 4 pops back up. Tricky now. I think this wing back needs to be higher. Could be off the 4. So the 4s need to stay respecting this level of 2.5 25486. If the 4 stays respecting, can the new 4 pop down, tap, pull back? Which is what tends to happen if the 4s stay respecting. If the 4 closes below there, then we're looking at a top wick to drive down. Yeah. The 4 close below there though, guys, we've got a nice range. Like 4 close. This is what I'd be really interested in. 4 close. 4 close drive. This 4 came straight through. Okay, it was 1 candle. This 4 close respecting came back up. This 4 came straight through. Yes, you didn't get a break, but what I'm showing is how clean the traffic is through there. 4, you had a 4 bearish close here. Oh, you got one there and you faked out. And you faked out. Oh my god, this is it, look. So this is what I've just noticed. This is the only area where you've closed like that on the 4 when you came from these heights. You've closed like that. It's not right, because we actually came back up after. But what I've noticed is you can actually reject from here. Look where the wick came to. So that means technically, if that is that, we're not coming back to this wing back area. It means we're probably going to drive down, but we can take the 4. If the 4 closes back below again, you only push to there. So we'll mark that up. And this 4 came through to there. This 4 came to there. So knowing that, I think I am interested in, if the 4 closes below here, sells below, closure, your clean traffic range to at least this level here. 25355. Pretty 100% of the time. 100% of the time, apart from this one here, right? 100% of the time, apart from this one, we'll be 100% with it. What I'm saying is, you could even adjust this and go off that, and that would take this one out. Got a fake out there, fake out there. So okay, let's go back to. So let's say you've got 1, 2, I don't know whether I would use this one, but let's go 3, 4, 5. We're looking at all, when you come from these, it's got to come from this height. Okay, that's why I'm not looking at this one here, back in. Right, it's got to come from that height. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What am I doing? Get rid of these ones where we've closed respecting. Close respecting. Faked out. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 out of 7 times when the 4 closes below 25486, the 4 100% of the time. So out of them 6, 100% of the time you tapped at least 25355. So that would be a take partial move to break even. But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 6 times you drive through to 25180. So I really, really, really like them ranges. If I get a forward, so then this is what it is, right? There's no hidden secrets or my knowledge. I'm not a wizard. You know, all I'm going off, all my answers are what has price done in the past. That is it. And if I can read the charts where price has done a certain thing, it's just about probabilities. That's all it is. Probabilities. So if price has done that, what was it? 5 times out of 6, price has drove through. Okay, and then 6 times out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 times out of 7, prices drove through. Okay, now out of them 6 times, what drove through? 100% of them come to 25355. So the probability is really high. Yeah, but the other 5, they come through to this. So the probability on that's really high. So yeah, I really like that 4-hour close below. But the 4 has to. So here's the thing now, right? And this is similar to what we had the other day. It's the same trades. If this 4 comes down and taps this, I'll take a wing back buy. Okay? Because what we've noticed is you normally get a nice close first before the drive down. Nice close. Apart from this one. This one didn't work out. What else? Nice close. This one. Nice close. So if the 4 closes below here, you would just get out no matter where the 4 is. And this is exactly the same trade as the other day, actually, last week. So if this 4 pops down to here, I'll take a buy, believe it or not. And then what I'm expecting price to do, I'm wanting price to close back respecting. And if it doesn't close below, we look to get out the buy because we're into the sells straight away. So that's what I've got going on this. So that tells me then the sells from this level, would we take these sells at this moment? Because is it going to happen? All on this 4 really. This 4 would have to do it. It's an hour and a half left. I'm not sure it's going to do it. Therefore, this is probably not going to drive up. Therefore, come back down and get stopped out at break even. Therefore, I'm going to close out full. Closed out full on that trade, guys. So I believe we took $84 from that. Okay, we took $84 from this trade. It's all on the 4. I can't really do anything at the moment. So we're gonna get rid of this. No, we're not. What we're gonna do is quickly get this on the trade ideas. Sorry, on the logbook. January 4, 12, 1, 26. This was a trade at 0.845. We were only risking, what was it, $80, wasn't it? Or $60, $65. This was it was just a matter, we'll just put a flip on the 5. And then we're up $84. Yeah, this is very likely going to tap us out. I think talk. $29? I can't remember. We'll just say $32. Sorry, 32 pips. 32. Stops where? 19. For the regiment. This one. Second entry is cleared. Okay. Okay, so we brought most of the loss back basically from this morning. So that's that trade done. I've already added so we're on 51 wins, 7 losses. Sorry, 7 break-evens and 15 losses. So we're going to get rid of this. Now it's a case of, can we get a forward close below here? If we can get a forward close below here, guys, it'll be good. And here's the thing, if we get that forward close below, where would our stops be? This is what we've got to work out now. Where would our stops be? So all we do is we highlight every time the forwards close below. So we highlight this one. Remember, this wing back buy is still on at the moment. So we highlight this. So we're looking at that. Looking at that to there. Looking at this one's already done it. This one to there. Looking at this one to there. And I believe that is it. So we're looking at, and this one's already just drove through, so we can't write out stops on that. So forward close below. This one gets a pull back to this level. Okay, so we'll mark that out as a potential wing back area or a stop loss area. We'll just put the stops at the moment. So when the forward closes like that, you get a pullback and then a flips. Okay. This one drove straight through. This one forward close came straight through. This 4 closed below, but this one wasn't coming from these heights like we mentioned, so I'm not sure we're going to get this pop up. Yeah, I'm not sure we would get that pop up. So this is where you'd have to take this into consideration and go, okay, do we disregard this and just get our stops in here? Yeah, so if that's the case, that's where our stops would be if we got a forward close below. We could go down the time frames and maybe look at the 1. Let me look at that 1. That just popped. 1 drove. 1 drove. There's a 1 close below pullback. I think I would do that, and I think I would potentially have the wing back sell here. So after the forwards close below here, I think I would have a wing back sell from this level. 1 gone. 1 close below, pullback. Yeah, I think stops would have to be there just to rule this one out. So we could pull back to there. That's where my stops would have to be. But if you look at the risk to reward, let's see what it would be. Let's say we got a nice close below. A nice close below. Our stops would be there. Even to take partial move to break even, you're looking at a just shy of a 2 to 1. But all of it, looking at maybe a 4.5 to 1. Ooh, nice. So yeah, we're just gonna wait out now. Wait out. If price pops down, and if it does with the next hour, because there's only 1 hour after this 1 hour left. If this one pops, let's say this closed like this, the new one pops, I'll take the wing back buy because I'm expecting a flip. Okay. But if the 4 closed below, he would look to get out. So currently this wing back buy is on as long as the the 4 doesn't close below here. If it doesn't get activated and then the 4 closes below here, we'd look to delete. Okay, so we've got options. We've definitely got options. It could end up being a really nice day today. So yeah, and these two here is for the 4-hour range. This one is still valid at the moment because we could still do this at any point. So this 4 could flip, close bullish, and then drop. That's what tends to happen. The only difference between this and this is this candle closed below this level, so technically broke out, where this one closed respecting this level, and then you pull back. So yes, we could do it, but it's more likely not to do it. Just have a look at this closer. See, the 3 closed below them, we closed bullish, so this could easily it's going to be very interesting on the next hour opens. We could just mess about with the next hour, like broke below. I'm not sure this wing back's going to work now. I don't know whether I would get that on. I mean, I tell you what we'll do. This is not on for now. This is not on for now because the 4 closed bullish. If the 4 closes bullish in and around this area, we'd look to mark execute anyway. That's what we'll do. Okay. If the 4 closes bullish in and around that area, we look to mark execute. But it's currently not on. So we're technically, the only thing we've got on at the moment is this wing back buy until the forward closes. That's it. Okay. We know the stops on the 4 with the 4 close below. Where would stops be on this wing back buy? Well, the stops would be, it would have to be below this level. Stops would have to be like that. Yeah. Stops would be around there for the wing back buy. And what you're looking at is you're looking at this. See breaking the highs again at that point, but I'm not sure you will do. But you would imagine you're going to come back up to these levels at least, which is just shy of a 3 to 1. But at that point you could be going okay. Take 90% out, let the rest rock at all-time highs. That's what we're looking at on there. So it's all on the forward, guys. All on the 4 hour. Let's come back up in a minute. Got new hour close. Okay, let's do a top down on it. Euro USD, like what we're doing. So going back to Euro USD, we can easily pull back to this level, tap, and then flip to the downside. You could also get a sell stop underneath the weekly. You've got an advantage point. You're going to have to tap this range at some point. So that's what we've worked out there. Now the daily has to be the one what taps it. The daily has to tap it and then flip. Sorry, not flip, because it might not flip. When we seem to tap this, if you look at this one here, we tap it and we still close bullish, but we close back down on these levels. Okay. But what I'm hoping is that's because the weekly needs to flip, so we will flip and drive. That's what I'm hoping for. But we can't rely on that, can we? Because if this weekly does flip, about stops. Stops is just the tricky one, really. Why did we break below? Did we break below this? We didn't. We haven't filled this. We come up to this level. Now the daily's got to pull back. Three. The weekly. See, the monthly is bullish. The monthly could flip to the upside at any point. But you're still respecting these levels. So you're saying, okay, well, the weekly needs to come down and create a bottom wick for this. We've trading there. Awful lot of love. That's how we've got going on, isn't it? Is this monthly going to flip to... We have got a bit of a... We haven't broke out, but the monthly could flip to the upside. Weekly did break air high as such, but we haven't tapped any support level at all. So, and it's Monday, so there's more than enough time for this weekly to flip to the downside. We did break some lows here, so there's liquidity here, then we didn't break a high. So why did we break these lows and not break the high? Is that because we're going that way? And if we're going that way, surely we've got to bounce off this though. Think lower time frames. This though, where could this go to? I mean, don't need to break these lows. Where's the next zone? That would probably be full TP area. Be there. If we do break that low, yeah, that would be my full TP. So we'd be looking at something like this. Half to one. So now what am I willing to risk on it? That's the next question. It's not really we sort of tap and then just drop away from you, mess about. It might be a case of just leaving this on. The stops are too big. This is going to be okay. This might take all week. It's a weekly candle technically. Yeah, there's areas where you sort of pop in between. You mess about a bit before the drop. So do you wait and try to get in on this mess about, or do you just go off the day, off the weekly, bang, put your sell limit on, stops are where they are, and just let it run out, let it play out. And the answer to that question is going to be a case of depending on what you're risking. If you're risking 1%, you might probably want to manage it and watch it. If you're risking what you're willing to lose and not keep an eye on it, let's say if you put $100 on it on a 50k account, say that's a low risk really. So 0.25% is sorry, not $250 is 0.5% on a 50k account. Okay, so if you're risking $100, you're risking 0.10%, 0.10%, 0.10%, yeah, that's what you're risking. So not much at all, pennies. And you think if you get activated here, what's that? 6, 120. So you got a 1-to-1 there straight away. You got a 1-to-1. To risk. I think I might have $100 on it. We'll go 150 and then we'll take 100 out once you tap. Then we'll let the rest rock all the way down. 1, 3, 5, 6. What you'd ideally want to see is this daily come up, tap and pull right back below this level. Ideally, but you can also close respecting. And then, that's what I'm saying, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 days it takes. 4, 5, 6, 7, a full week to get down to take maximum to break even. So it's like, do you want to be stuck in it? Where's our goals? Naz is pushing up. Come on, we need that forward. If we can get that forward close below, guys. Wow. Daily. This big. So I've got $150 on this, right? I've got a wing back sell on here. We'll have another entry around this level, which is here. Be the same lot size. So if the other one loses, it'd be $200 altogether. That's it. $200. So I've got a $200 risk on this altogether. Okay. And the way I do this with 2 entries is let's say this entry, I'm risking. Full TP is down here. So this entry, I am risking 0.15 Okay. And the second one, I'm using the exact same lot size. Exact same lot size, exact same target. But now this time, use the same lot size. This is 50. So this is, so let's say this is on a 50k account. This is $150. $15. This one then, I'm risking, it'll be $50. Okay, that's all it is, $50. $50, which someone will have to help me with the maths here. Which would be, it'd be 0.05%. Okay. This is this one. So the overall trade on this is $200. So between both of them, $200, which is on a 50k account, that is 0.2% overall risk on these two trades. Okay, so are you happy with that? More than happy with the risk on it altogether. Okay, I'm just trying to check in my head if that's correct. If this is wrong, I'm gonna look like a right twat. Right. I think that's it with that 0.25%. 0.25%. No, it's not. That's wrong. It's wrong because $250 0.5%. So this would be, so this percentage wouldn't be that. That's wrong as well. It's all wrong. It's all fucking wrong. Fucking, I tell you what, I should have done maths in school. So if this is dollars, so $200, that is, so $250 is 0.5%. 0.5%. Right, so it's half a percent basically. 0.5%. So this would be 0.4. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would. 0.4%. Yeah. Around about 0.%. Just use ChatGPT. Let me get ChatGPT up. Fucking shite at maths. And people ask me all the time, oh, you need to be good at maths to trade. Look at me. Prime example. Absolute prime example. I'm not good at maths at all. So this is what we're gonna do. Do that again. We've got time, guys. We're still just waiting for the forward close. Oh, which is now, I believe. We just check now because I believe the 4 is about to close. Oh, come on, it's not closing below yet. Oh no, we've got another hour left for the 4. Okay, that's fine. So that's the hour. So 10:11. Yeah, so we've got to wait another hour. Got nothing at the moment on NAS. So coming back to this. So if we see candles come. So, as I was saying, let's say, so this is how I do my second entries, okay? This is how I do my second entries. Let's say we're on a 50k account. This is a 50k account, which we are on a 50k account on this one. 50k dollars, okay? 50k account. On this one, I want to risk $150. Okay? $150 I want to risk on this one, right? And that is 0.3% risk. Okay? Now what I do is, as price comes up, activates us, that's the risk we've got, $150, and we're risking 0.3%, which is not much at all on a 50k account, right? It's not even, you know, it's decent risk, right? Now what I would do, let's say price comes straight through, comes to the second position, I will use the same lot size as I did on this one, okay, which this might be I think I've just done it. So this was a sell limit of 0.15 lot, okay, 0.15 lot. Okay, what I would do is I will use the same lot size here. So again, we're looking at a 0.15 lot, 0.15 lot, but the risk on this one is significantly less. The risk on this is, I'm risking $50 now. My risk has come down, so it's only $50 on this. There, now it's 50. And that is, and this is when we need ChatGPT because I'm shite at maths. This is now a 0.1% risk. Yeah, that's right. It's 0.1% risk. So overall, these two trades, we a total of 0.4%, less than 0.5% risk, 0.4% risk, and that's a total of $200 risk. Okay, and 0.4% risk is nothing. Okay, that's roughly what. So I'll probably trade max 1%. Really, I used to trade like 2% every trade, and I've learned that if you lower your risk, you find that you're just more profitable. Also gives you chances to get out of trades. So that's what I'm risking. That's how I do my second entries. Now the reason I do my second entries, and this is the reason why I do my second entries, okay? I don't just do it because obviously I split the risk, anything like that. I can still trade what I normally trade. I can still put 1% on this, but as long as I use the same lot size with the second trade. And the reason I use the same lot size is because, let's say price comes up, powers through the first one and activates our second trade, okay? You can then look at through all your time frames and go, okay, now your risk management might be, if the 4 hour closes above this level, say, that's your sign to get out. So it helps with your risk management. So let's say that's my sign to get out. I now know I need to get out of the trade. I'm in this second trade. How do I get out? Well, all I need now, because I'm using the same lot size on both, I need a pullback, and I only need a pullback to 50%. It's what I call the sweet spot. It means you would be in profit on this trade from here to here, but you'd be down on this trade from here to here. Okay, if you get your tool, it'll be roughly the same, so 38 pips, and this should be around 38 pips again. So as soon as price pulls back, because you know you need to get out now because you've had a chance where your risk management plan was, if the 4 hour, say, or the 1 hour, I don't know what it could be, right? If the 4 hour closes a certain zone, you look to get out. 4 hours closed, then you've had a pullback, that's your sign to get out. So there's your pullback, you get out, you close both trades here at break even, and that's your sign to get out. Then price can just carry on from there. So And a lot of people don't like putting on second entries because they think, oh my god, I'm deep in drawdown on this first one, I can't put another entry on. And a lot of people do it. Even my students struggle to put a second entry on, right? They do this, they do it until they don't put the second entry on. They see me put on, I get out at break even, they're still in it, and price just starts powering up and it's the stops. Okay, but you've got to be fearless. But the reason they don't want to put second entry on is because they've risked too much on this first one. They put too much of a risk on it. They don't want to put another one on. I'm more than comfortable taking these 2 losses. That's what you've got to be comfortable with. I'm more than comfortable taking these 2 losses. Yeah. So that's how I sort of do my trades. That's how I do my wing backs. That's how I do my second entries. I use the same lot size. It helps me if I want to get out. And if it doesn't, let's say I'm not looking to manage risk, but price does power through. I know price can come to this zone as well. What you could do is, as price flips, right, you can keep them both on still if the trade's still valid, but you might think, okay, I want to lower the risk now. So what I'll do is I'll close this one at break even, and I'll go risk free on this. And now we're like that. And now we're in the trade. We're in the original trade, but with a better entry. We're now in here where normally we would be in here. And we're risk free. That's all I do, guys. Okay? Hope that makes sense to you. And that's how I manage trades. Easier. Right. What? TPT is fantastic, isn't it? So I've got a wing back buy on here, guys. I'm going to add an alert. I'm going to get these on the trade IDs also. Let's go to the 4, because this is a weekly trade, really. Technically a weekly trade. We can't do anything. Naz is going to be the one for us today. Naz is going to make us some decent money today. If that 4 closes below, because it's a beautiful range. So stand by for that. Let's get these sell limits on. As. Shit, that's EU, isn't it? It's EU, I mean. Wish I could listen to some tunes. So you can hear music on YouTube, but I can't hear it. I don't want to hear it because it's shite music. It's just backgrounds. It's all you can put on YouTube, otherwise the video gets banned. So entry is 1.17110. That's a sell limit. Stops at 1.18171. TP1 is this has got to be our goal risk-free zone, so I'll have to put that as TP1. 6, 2, 8. TP2, my TP2 is the 1.3. This might take a few days to play out as well. actual second entry. Entry. Entry 1.177. Okay, lovely. So we're setting a alert on that. And then, yeah, this will be sort of a higher time. Because remember, this is off the weekly. So what I'm expecting off the weekly is this weekly to pull back, tap this area, and then flip for the rest of the week to come down to at least 1.5856, where I'll take partial. Okay, hopefully we can drive through. I'm not sure we'll drive through, and the reason being is we didn't break the high. That's the only thing what could catch us out, really, if we need to break this high. But if this weekly close, our managed risk is if this weekly stays bullish, we just delete. Wherever price is, I'll be looking to manage risk and get out. Okay, so that's EU. And now it's just a case of waiting on NAS. Can we get that forward close below, guys? That's it. So no, we've had a new 1 hour candle. 1 hour close respecting. All we need now is a 1 hour close below there, and then I'm in for sells down. Stop loss for this one would be here. If this one does pop, I'll still look at the wing back buy. But here's the thing, it's got to pop and then pull back above here. Otherwise, we'd be looking to get out anyway. So if the one close below, that's the 4 closing below. So it might be. The longer it takes to get down here, if there's only 30 minutes left, we probably won't look at it because that means it's 30 minutes to drive back up. I mean, I suppose you could do, what's this here? That's a 1 straight back up. But could it do it in the 30? 30, but yeah, it could actually. Do we get a little pop of 30 though? 30 closes below. 30 close below the 30. That means you would close below. Oh, I'm not sure this is going to be on now. Because the 130 can come down. But then the next 30 never closes back above. Always close respecting. But then that would be the forward close, and that means the 4 is going to close below. So I'm not sure I would take it. No, I don't think I would. This is probably going to get deleted. Yeah, all the 30s come through. Yeah, okay. Let's delete that wing back. I'm not interested in that now. Sells below on the 4. God, I hope. It'd be really nice if I can do that. What would be perfect if we get this 4 below and then we get the top wick. Hit that wing back sell for a flip. And this will be the similar. So what I've just covered, okay, what I'd do is if this 4 closes below, right, like that, we'd then be in for a sell, wouldn't we? Let's be like that on the sell. Be like that on the sell. And if the new 4 comes back, I'd be taking another sell here, where a lot of people would be thinking, oh shit, we're going to hit stops here. We're going to hit stops. I'm not taking another sell nowhere. But the risk between this and this, you're going to lose money anyway. You might as well just add a tiny little loss on top of it, which will give you a chance if you need to get out. You got that. So that's where I would take another entry, same lot, same lot size. I'll take another entry, same lot size. So for then this candle to come up, activate, and then a flip. And the reason why I want that, because that's what price has done in the past. Price has done that in the past. And then obviously we would have a top wick. like so. And what you could do, as soon as you flip, you could take the risk off the table, close this one at break even, go risk free, and you're in the exact same trade, but with a better position, better entry, and obviously you're expecting price to now drive through the range. And let's say, for example, let's say you get activated on the second one, and then all of a sudden the 4 closes like that, say, and you think, shit, well the 4's on flip, so it's never done that. Let's say the 4's got no bottom wick either. You probably know you need a bottom wick, but this 4 loan has told you that, this one has told you now need to manage risk and get out the trade because it's not doing what you want it to do. So then the new 4, you'd need to find the sweet spot. Where's the sweet spot? Which is 50% in the middle. Around here is the sweet spot. You would only need the new 4 then to give you a bottom wick to there, and you could get out the trade. Break even on both of them. Ready for the 4 to flip. So it gives you more chance to get out as well. But that's what we're after. If that 4 goes below there, probability wise, we should be coming down really. The only one what could catch us out is this, where you wicked dead eye up and then a flip. That's the only one what could catch it out. But a lot of the time you start coming through. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. See how we go. I don't know who's watching on YouTube, but thanks for joining. It's got to be someone I know, I think. Come on, who is it? Who's watching on YouTube? I don't get many people on my streams, which I'm shit at marketing and edits and things like that. It's not really just my editing, to be honest with you. Bores me. I just think, so I make my money from trading. So I don't, yes, I've got a course and you know, you can get signals and things like that. That's just if people want it. If they don't want it, it's not an issue. You can learn everything for free with me on YouTube. I'm not asking you to put $500 in a broker, what a lot of them do. A lot of them go, okay, yes, I will teach you everything for free. However, all you've got to do is put $500 in my broker, what I've got an affiliate with. And that's what they do. Unfortunately. We live in a world where we don't know what is real. With AI, especially with AI, like that. Scary world at the moment. Come on the 4. I tell you what, if this 4 breaks this low, we could be in the money. I'll be on till 11, guys. See what this 4 does. This is probably all I've got on gold. I'm probably not interested at the moment. We need to see what this daily is going to do. Oh, wait there though. The 1 hour has. Did it fake out? It's probably not enough for me. I don't know whether did that close below? Did it close respecting? I don't know whether I could take that really, especially with the way the 30 closed. 15. Yeah, it's probably not for me gold at the moment. The only thing with this, I'm still debating with this wing back sell. And the reason why I've sort of deleted it is because we broke this low, which is a sign to push down, right? We already had that top wick. So it's like, I don't know if that top wick is the pullback. But if we look at where the areas where we pull back to that, it's there, and there, the 4 hours closed bullish. So if the 4 hours going to close bullish, what we could just do is go, okay, well, as long as the 4 hour close is respecting this, we could look to market execute on a lower time frame and come down anyway, instead of taking the wing back sell. Because if you put the wing back sell on, if you do want to pop straight through that area, it's going to catch it out. You're not going to have a chance to get out. So it's a bit of a tricky one, this wing back area. That's why I've left it on. We can have a look at the lower time frames to see if we are going to flip. But yeah, 4 close below here is going to be pretty damn good. And EU, let's see if EU can get up there. So guys, while we wait, I do some admin. See how this moves here. Close bullish. Oh, no. Before. Okay, what do I need to do today? Good morning, Andre.
How's it going?
How you doing, geez? Did you have a good weekend?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's cold.
Have you got snow over there?
Yeah. So we had a little fresh patch now again during the night. Not massive, but it's very windy, so we got a lot of snow drifts now as well.
Mm.
But yeah, it was cold though because during the night it was like minus 15 or something.
Was it? Yeah. What temperatures in the summer do you get over there?
We mild, similar to north of England, I would say.
Ah.
Yeah.
Baltic then.
Yeah, you can have warm summers, and you can get 30 and stuff, but it's not long.
Yeah.
So 22, 25, that's a good summer stay.
I just want to live in a place where the winters are snowy, but the summers are red hot.
Yeah. This is the nice snow we have now, and it's staying, and it's beautiful white. And, yeah, we didn't really get a lot of snow on my side here where we are. So this is really nice. Really, really nice.
Yeah, I can't get snow where I live, so I'm literally on the
How's
beach.
the money been? Got anything?
Yeah, took a loss first trade, but
yeah,
and then we re-entered and we took profit. Actually, this is more than $84 now, isn't it? No, it's not. It is $84. So I'm down $38, which is technically a break-even day. But yeah, it was. Where was it at? It was on. Was it on NAS? Yeah, it was this NAS here. So I had a wing back buy. Oh, let me put my screen on for you. It's just a bit too premature with it, really. That's all it was. Played out lovely the second one, but it would have been some nice profit. So we had a take partial move to break even here. My entry, I had a wing back by, where was it? It was about here. My stops were below this level here. And then we closed on, was it the 15? 15 closed bullish, this one. And I just market executed here. And then we just opened up and just popped. Which was nice, but we were already down $120.
Yeah.
And then I made $84. So we're down about $30. So it's technically a break-even day for us. However, Andre, I'll have to show you this range because we're back in the similar area where I caught that cork of a trade. I think you caught it as well. But this time, so I don't know if you can remember my stream where we had lovely ranges to the downside and then we have lovely ranges to the upside, and we went up and we caught the trade up. Well, we've come back down to this area now, so I'm hoping Now we're going to come to the downside, and this forward range, probability wise, is really, really nice.
Yeah.
So if you look, I've got a level at a 25486 on the forward. If you get a forward close below there, right, and it's happened, how many times was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you get a forward close below there, right, after you've come from these levels, so up these levels, right, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times out of 8. Yeah, 6 times out of 8. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 times out of 8, you drive through to 25355. 6 times out of 8. So it's really high probability. Okay. And it only happened, one of them, so out of them 6, one of them rejects from 25355. The rest drive straight through to 25180. Okay. Now the other 2 times what didn't happen, we got fake outs to the downside here and here. Fake outs back up to the upside. So that would be your sign to get out basically. If the 4 closed above, you'd look to get out and manage risk.
The next 4.
Yeah, so if I get a 4 close below there, I am sell stops, but also there's an area where you can also, if we get a 4 close below this, you can also pull back to a wing back area, which is 25525. That's where I'd be looking at a second entry, and that was from, if we look at this level, so 4 close below, pull back, tap, and then flips and drives. So my stops are pretty tight to that second entry. There's only one area where it could catch us out, which is this, but I've disregarded it, I'll tell you what. So this one, forward close below, but this didn't come from this level, this came from this level. So I'm sort of disregarding it, but the reason I've counted it in with the 4 hour close below, because we did come from this level. Technically price was up there, so I've just put it in there as well. But that we've got to be mindful that this top wick, if you get that forward close below, this top wick could happen, which would stop you out. So, but probability wise, it's really, really nice. Forward close below there. I'm in for sells. I'm just hoping it happens within the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I've done at 11, but and it's one of them you can't really get a pending on, because you've got to wait for the forward close, so you'd have to wait until 2 o'clock and or 3 o'clock even to see if you get that 4 close below. I've just put a trade ID in. I don't know if you've seen them for the weekly on EU. So if you look at EU, I don't know if you trade EU, but
no, I don't.
Well, EU is, if you look at where the weekly's closed, bearish. Okay, now the monthly doesn't go on. The monthly is a bit of a tricky one, because he closed bullish, but he didn't break out, and this didn't break a low. So my chain of thought is you're probably gonna have to come for this no bottom wick anyway, so that's another reason to come down. But if you look at the weekly closed bearish, and then you've opened up with no bottom wick, so, and you haven't closed at any support. What are we rejecting from here? The weekly's never ever rejected from here and just carried on moving up. It's always tapped at least 1.5829 at least.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is this weekly's going to flip. And if it flips, obviously that's our advantage point. You technically could get a sell stop underneath the weekly. But what I've noticed is the weekly can actually pull back to this level before rejecting to come down and give a bottom wick from previous data. So that's why I've got a wing back sell on here. You can also come back up to this level and then you come down So that's why I've got a second entry on there. I'm only $200 risk out in both of the trades on this anyway.
Yeah.
150 on the first, 150 on the second one. But if we're right, and this is the move down, we could be seeing at least 1.13655 breaking these lows. I'm just not sure if it is the move.
Yeah.
All I know is this is our advantage point. It's a great advantage point, but I'm not sure we'll do the drive because we didn't actually break a high. Is this enough liquidity to drive through?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. On the opposite end, this broke the low, so maybe is this the direction to come up? So yeah, that's what I've got on NAS.
Nice. Can I see your NAS again?
NAS, yes, of course you can. Got anything for you, Andre? Anything?
That's nice.
Oh, you're on about the charts?
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting my penis out there because my nickname, my penis is Naz. I'm only joking, Andre. So yeah, so the 4 basically, I need a forward close below this level.
Yeah.
Right. The previous 4 broke below this zone, so there's a new zone now. So the forward zone, what it's in, it's this. This is the forward zone it's in. So I'm hoping this, because this 4 broke below, I'm hoping this 4 is going to fill and close below. That's what I'm hoping for, but it might not. But once I get that forward close below here, that's it, I'm in. So yeah, that's what I've got. Anything else you want to see on it? Do you want to see my targets or?
There is some stock 25652 and 25355.
My stop is 25537 once you get the close below. This is a wing back area. Disregard these
25537.
25537, that's my stop. After we've got the close below though.
Yeah.
There's a wing back sell on after we've got the close below 25525. Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be a nice one if it taps that.
Oh, it'll be fucking beautiful. The only we originally had a wing back sell from here, but I don't know, I'm not very once I've done more digging. I originally had a wing back sell from here. What I don't like about it is you done this, so I'm not sure that was the pullback. So, and now if we do break the high, could we be driving up that way potentially? But until we get a, where was that zone we had yesterday? If we get maybe, where was it yesterday? Because it's similar to the trade we had the other day, which absolutely flew. It was, our charts looked like this. We had like that. We were stuck in the middle of a range and I had targets like that. And we were like stuck in here, and if we had a forward close above, we were taking buys up. If we had a forward close below, we were taking sells down. So it's the same thing really. If the 4 closes back up, back above here, you could look at buys up again. So if the 4 closes back above here, you could take buys up. Because if we look at all the times the 4, what's that at? This trade was it this 4? Might have been this 4 here. I think it was this 4. If we look at every time we get a 4 close above this level, what happens to price? So 4 comes to there. This was news. Okay, we'll still put it on there. 4 messes about, but still comes through to here. Let's get rid of this one. Four up, tap. Can you see it? That one there. Or back up. These
Yeah.
ones we can't go off. This one we can. Where did this one come? This one comes to there. So that one's not the best. But you didn't actually get a break. There's the break there, so you probably wouldn't take that one. Forward close above. Again, you probably wouldn't take that. That would have gone too far. Wouldn't take that one. These are all pushing really hard. Yeah, so I'm not sure this was the right zone. Because they're just open and drive up. So I'm not sure I would take it. You can easily reject from this wing back area. That's why I had the wing back area on.
Yeah.
Because before the drive down, look what happens to price. If you watch the stream back from the beginning this morning, it was a case of, okay, when you close around this level, you tend to pull back to this before the actual move down. So I originally had a wing back sell on here. And then it was this one. Once you got a broke close below that. This one here, this one, because we were more off. Yeah, because the original idea when doing the top down was, okay, when is price drop from these levels? Well, the only area we've got is this one, right? This one, and then this one is probably the closest matching. And then look at the daily, drives all the way down. So could we see all the way down drop? So then what we've done is we came down the time frame, because this is the only one what looks similar on the daily, because what you look at is you break above here, you pull back, you break above here, you pull back, you reject from these levels, reject from these levels, you come up, you break the high, you come up, break the high, and then you drop, and then you drop. So that's what my chain of thought was. And then when you come down the time frames and you look at this green box and you go, okay, what's happening in this? You go to the 4, which is this one. What you find is, and this might make a bit more sense, is so price has been up here, price has been up here, and then you drop to this level, close respecting, then you drop to this level. You did break out, but you came back in, so technically you close respecting in the end. Then you come all the way back up to this level. Then you come all the way back up to this level. Then you drive through. So is this the drive we're on? But if you look in this little area here, price taps these levels. This is where we had our wing back here. It comes back to this. So this is the tap of them levels. Do we need to come back to this before driving down? Do we need to do that? So that's why I had a wing back sell on, but it's only sort of happened once in that area. So it might, what I've said is, what we'll do is when price gets up there, the 4 closes bullish around that area. So if the 4 does close bullish around that area, we can look on the smaller time frames. We could probably do that now, to be fair. So if we come down to the 1 maybe and look at this and go, okay, what does the 1s look like? So the 1 up, no top wick, and then railroad, and then that goes. There's nothing we can do. Might have been news, but you've also got another area here where happens the same thing. Up, tap, mess about, but that initiates that big push down. So that's what we've got basically, potential another wing back sell. But it's only happened once and maybe twice compared to all the times you come straight through. I mean, look at that, we came straight through. So this is why I'd rather just watch price. So if we got something like that, bearish close, top weight, you come back up, break the high one more time, then you get another 1 hour close. That there would probably tell me, okay, we are rejecting from this level. Then I would probably get in. So I'd rather just watch it, basically. That's what I'm saying.
Just watch it.
Just watch it around that area.
Yeah.
Because the 4 should close up there anyway, technically. So yeah, but I really, really want this forward close below here in 18 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna.
It's not. It's 18 minutes to. We would need the 1 to flip. Actually, this 30 we would need. There's no bottom wick on this 30, mind, but we would need this 30 to look like that. And are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? That is the question.
Probably.
Probably not. But I will be keeping an eye on this all day because this forward range below here is beautiful. Really nice. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
Cool, man.
That's all I got to say about that, Andre.
That's all you'll say about that, man. How was your weekend?
Fantastic. Do you know what I've done?
Nothing.
All we done at me and Emma yesterday, we sat on the couch with blankets over us, right? In and out of sleep. We just binge watched Stranger Things.
Oh, lovely. Where are you up to now?
We finished season 1. We are nearly finished season 2.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, it's where the Russians have opened the part of them bloody Russians. What
That was pretty cool, everyone.
Yeah, what are they like? And the last episode was he's having a scrap with that Russian bloke, the dude.
Yeah.
Where they lift the bed up.
Yeah.
And he's having a scrap with him. That was the last episode. So yeah, we'll probably do the same again when I'm done today.
That's nice.
But let's see if we make some money first.
Yeah.
Make some money.
Some moolah.
But yeah, I mean we're doing all right this month so far. I'm up. Even though we took a few losses.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we've had a few trades. It's the 12s now. Look at that. Like on the 9th we took 3 trades. Today I've had 2 trades. Looking for another one. 8th 2 trades. 7th 2 trades. 6th 2 trades, and then 5th 1 trade. But we're still up $700 for this month. So we're doing pretty nice. See, I don't know why I have win rate on here, because I risk different risks, so the win rate doesn't really matter to me, because my losses on this would put my win rate down, but them losses I might have risked $50 on them, and the winners I could have risked $250.
Do you know what's funny?
I don't know why.
Is there a bug in this sheet? Because I've got the exact same win rate as you.
Really?
Yes.
Lovely. Are you using the same one? The same?
It's X Relentless one that I have saved somewhere. I think this is the one they used for the Dean position trader. But
right.
So I haven't used that. This is one I had, and I'm just interested in the that it calculates everything for me. That's quite fun.
Maybe 2 great minds think alike, eh?
Yes.
2 great minds think alike. Come on.
Alright. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on this, and then if it closes miraculously, then...
Yeah. I'm just going to be doing some admin now, so there's probably no point staying on, really, and
Cool, man.
And I'll be coming off at 11 anyway in 15 minutes, so...
Alright, well, enjoy the rest of your day and binge watching, and then might pop in tomorrow.
Yeah. No worries, Andre. Have a fantastic day. Catch you later, mate.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Come on, gold. That's Naz, isn't it? Come on, Naz. Goldie. Flip. Guys, I'll be back in a second. 11 o'clock We're going to see what the score is. Okay, we need a 4-hour close below. If not, we'll call it a stream. Come on up. I'll be back in a second. Minutes, guys. I'm gonna be done. Welcome. If you want to see the charts, what I'm trading, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, head over to YouTube, okay, and you can see what I'm trading and the money we're making, okay. Oh, see, what you doing here? Hey, what you doing here? I know. racing. 11 o'clock. Can this 30 flip to the downside? Looks like a bum rub. Come on, come on. He's got no bottom wick. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to wait for the next fall. Four closed below, and then this four came all the way back up to this level, 25663. This four closed below came up to this level, 25620. Four closed below came up to 25599. Maybe doing that. This is what we don't want. Look at this four just as soon as you close below here, the new four opened up and just went to the moon. These close below. Now the four close below. Doesn't really close with two candles though. We tend to just drive two. We're gonna get a forward bullish close here. I think the new four might do this. New four might pop and then go. Bit like this one. New four pops right down. Is this pop too? And flips. if this new fork can come up without a bottom wick, I might be interested in back sell, but gotta be careful. I probably won't be on, guys, to be honest with you. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna call it. Thanks for tuning in. One win, one loss this morning. Technically a break-even day. I think we're down about $30 if that, which is not a problem at all. Pennies. So yeah, but good day in regards to the way the ranges are. And if we break out this range, we could be really in the money. So we'll see what it's like. I've put my trade ideas or in the trade community, the school community. If you want access to the trade ideas, go to the link in my bio or go to my YouTube channel, which is again in the link in the bio on TikTok, and you can see my school community there and get access via that. Other than that, I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous on tomorrow, 8 AM, same time. Every day, Forex trading, 8 AM. And we're currently up $700 for the month, which is pretty nice. My 50k account. So I will catch yous later. See you later, TikTok. And see you later, YouTube. Toodaloo.